1035 The Weasel. We are number one for New Country, and right now we're hanging out with Kristian Bush. Just great to have you back in Charleston, man. Welcome back. You have like a connection to Charleston. You came here long before that there was Sugarland. There will probably be a handful of people out there that come not to see Kristian Bush from Sugarland, but to come see lead singer Billy Pilgrim.
That's right. My brother is here with me today, Brandon, and our mother lived here for a very long time before she passed away, out on Seabrook Island.
Yeah.
And also, there was a beautiful radio station. I don't like to talk about other radio stations on radio stations, but there was a radio station called 96 Wave.
Yeah.
That really helped propel the first time I decided to make records.
I think
propel
you did
my band into the conversation, and it was awesome.
You did one of the big fests that they did.
We
right?
headlined Wave Fest one year, and that was crazy.
What's crazy is I didn't know that until you were here, I think 2 years ago, and
suddenly
I've known Billy Pilgrim all my life. Like I remember them playing the Music Farm and playing the Windjammer, and it was a part of my growing up days, and I never made the connection that you guys were Billy Pilgrim.
One of my great joys, because I was on Atlantic Records with Billy Pilgrim, is they had signed this little band from Charleston right after they signed Billy Pilgrim called Hootie and the Blowfish.
Has anybody ever heard of Hootie and the Blowfish?
My joy was always sitting there in Sugarland and watching Darius walk in the door, and he's like, "Hey, man, what are you doing here?" And I was like, "Surprise. I have a country band called Sugarland." He goes, "I'm thinking about getting into country." And I was like, "Welcome to the party, buddy."
He's done all right for himself in country.
I love it.
Growing a beard?
Well, this was a product of... let's talk. The beard's more fun to talk about.
Okay.
This was a Falcons thing, and then it was a very sad Falcons day.
Yeah.
Right? And then suddenly, where the Falcons left off in my sadness... suddenly the Nashville Predators picked up.
Yeah.
And then I started
Were you a hockey fan before?
Well, not really.
Do you know anything about the sport?
I do.
Okay.
Awkwardly, I went to a boarding... I got shipped off to a boarding school in Connecticut where I learned hockey very quickly. And but suddenly I'm thrown into this playoff situation.
Where you can't shave.
And where I couldn't shave this off. And then I had to shoot a video for a new song, right? And I was like, I got to take the beard down, right? Because I look like freaking Grizzly Adams or something. And I'm like, this is never going to work. Girls are never going to like this beard, right? So I get into the last day of the beard picture on Twitter or something, and people freak out. They're like, don't cut it. And I was like, really? And then a couple of very beautiful women who I get nervous around came to me, and they were like, dude, don't cut the beard. It's working for you. And I was like, okay.
So you're keeping it.
All right. So now the Predators have lost. We're in the thick of what is essentially humidity season here in Charleston.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go out with a full, not Stapleton, but this is like a half Stapleton.
It's about a half Stapleton.
It's like a half Nelson or something.
I mean, there's enough that you can find food in it later.
I can't hide an owl in it, but I could keep something in there.
Now, any truth to the rumor that Carrie Underwood had them throw the game because nobody wanted to hear that Billy Ray Cyrus song that they did for the Predators?
No,
that he put out?
Such truth.
That's no truth to that. Okay.
No, I think that that moment would have been so awesome for her, because I can imagine what it might be like for her husband to be more famous than her for a second, and she's just like furniture.
It just took over the town. It just really took over the town.
You're just furniture for a second. That must be relief.
Yeah, I guess it is. Because she's taking a little bit of break, too.
That's great.
Well, man, we do appreciate you hanging with us for a little while. Excited to see you on stage tonight. You're going to do maybe a Billy Pilgrim song if it hits you?
You know what? My rule is if I wrote it, I'll play it, which means I think it's all but one Sugarland song or game. All the Billy Pilgrim songs are game.
Yeah.
All my songs are fair game. Even some strange things from television shows are fair game.
This is the week that we've been looking forward to. Excited that you're here. Excited Granger's here.
Granger's here. Seth is here. Man, these are awesome. If you haven't seen these guys, you should get out here and see them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, these guys are awesome.
Kristian Bush, everybody. Round of applause for Kristian. Yes.